What's up, guys? Okay, so for this video, we just want to go through Johnny Cage's special moves. So, basically in A-List, he gets all the universal specials except in Shadow Cake's case, you can dash or run cancel out of it. And same with his flip kick. He can dash or run cancel out. Shadow Kick is what you'll probably be doing that more with, but there's times where you might want to use this more for kind of gimmicks and mix-ups, but it's got its uses. So I'm just gonna go through each special move and then go through the EX versions too. So low force ball, actually a pretty good projectile, way better than it was in MK9. And the reason for that is just the frame data. Block advantage is -11 for the normal one, which isn't too bad at all. By the time you throw it full screen. One thing you have to watch out for. So you usually want to use this basically when you're full screen and you want to keep a character out. It's pretty viable for him to kind of just toss these force balls out. But you do have to watch out for your placement in certain matchups. Let me see if Sub-Zero's ducking here. He still gets hit full screen, but the closer he gets, and it starts whiffing over their head. And even at closer distances, you might whip over their head. That's only with this one. Okay. So, when you're full screen, they can't duck the force ball. But once you inch in about this close, that's when they can start ducking it. EX force ball actually has more uses. It's +4 on block. So, what you can do with that, obviously, you usually don't want to do this full screen unless you want to do that and make your way in. But, or like if you're trying to chip somebody out and close a round out. But the problem with that is this. So if you're ducking, they will get hit by it. But the same problem still persists once you're up this close. They'll whiff over right over them. Both hits. So no matter how much closer I get, until I'm like in their face, it's not going to hit them. So you want to treat it the same as a regular force ball when you're doing the EX version. But what's cool about the EX version is this. That's +4. So say you just broke and you're out of stamina, so you can't do any run cancels. If you do a string and you want to make it safe, like 1-1-3, look how unsafe this is on block. I think it's -23 or something ridiculous. So you never want to just throw it out raw. So you can make yourself safe by spending a bar and doing. Now you're +4. So that means you can do something like down 4 after that, or even forward 3. And there's not too much they can do about it. And you can end any string with it if you kind of want to keep yourself plus and your pressure going from there. Or if you just want to chip somebody out. I kind of like to do that sometimes. So that's kind of the use for that. High force ball, you really don't want to throw out as much. Full screen, it still will catch people. But if you're reading that someone's going to jump, that'll catch people out of the air. So that's kind of the biggest use for that. The EX double high force ball, I mean, it's probably no reason to do that. I mean, it will still catch people here, but you're probably better off just doing the regular one like that. So that's his force balls. So we'll do rising kick and ultra flip kick. So I'll start with regular flip kick. So this isn't a move you just want to throw out because it's -18 on block, and the EX version is -16. So there's never a way to make this safe. One interesting thing, though, in A-List is the frame data gets better the longer I hold this. So if they block, I can usually do something right out of it. And you'll notice this. If I have Sub-Zero not block and jump, he only jumped a tiny bit ahead of me. Whereas look how much faster it was that time. So the frame data gets better, but you don't get plus from it. So I would do, if you're gonna do that, sometimes I play a mind game in the corner, and this is kind of like the only time you want to do the regular flip kick. So we'll do right side of the screen, and just standing. So say I do like a string like this, and then cancel. They can armor out of this easily. But if they try to poke me out, I can catch them. And if that catches them, then I can get a full combo off it. Also, if you just know you're going to combo in the corner, you can do this into double flip kick as a combo. And it's not only flashy, but it's really good damage too. So that's kind of the use. Otherwise, if you think you're going to get in trouble, you can always back dash out, or forward dash out, or run cancel out. But it won't make you any. There's no instance where you'd want to like combo off of this, continue to combo. That's what shadow kick run cancels are for. Then there's EX flip kick. I would only use this on a wake up, say if someone's trying to neutral jump punch you on your wake up to blow up EX nut punch. Because EX nut punch is a good wake up, because if it hits, you get a full combo. And also a lot of characters have trouble punishing it. So a lot of people like to neutral jump punch Johnny, especially when he's in the corner on his wake up, so that he whiffs this, and then they get their neutral jump punch and then continue the carnage. So if you think people are going to do that, you can do this. So I'm just going to make Sub-Zero jump. Say I'm in the corner, and I just got knocked down. I can wake up with Ultra Flip Kick and knock him out. If he pressed a button, this has armor on it, so it's going to absorb one hit. So you can't do anything off of that, but it will get you out of trouble. So you can also use it as an anti-air, but there's better options. I would use flip kicks very sparingly, just overall. Okay, so next on the list, we have Nutbreaker. So in A-List, the frame data is actually a little bit better. It's a little bit safer, and some characters have trouble punishing it. So only -11 for the normal one, and -12 for the X version. The point of Nutbreaker, the raw Nutbreaker, is just to end your combos. So if I do a combo, I always end a nut punch because I get a standing reset. So what that means is the opponent is left stuck reeling like this, and he can't do anything. Now he's forced to block whatever I do next. So I get whatever I want basically for free after a nut punch. So you always want to end your combos in Nutbreaker, and that's kind of the use for raw Nutbreaker. EX, on the other hand, and I wanted to mention this too, you can do regular Nutbreaker, and then if you ever played Injustice, they had meter burns. So what happens here, press the meter burn button after I know this hits, and then I can do EX to continue the combo. So I can do something like this, see it hits, that. Another use for that is if they blocked it, and you probably shouldn't be doing this much, there's a gimmick. Oh, they want to press a button to punish you, and I delay a meter burn. So, say I do this, and then Sub-Zero's thinking, oh, I don't have to block, I'm going to press a button. Boom, he gets blown up like that. And then you get to combo. So, EX Nut Punch, on the other hand, comes out a lot faster than the regular one, and has a hit of armor. So this isn't a bad wake-up option. You gotta be careful, because it is punishable, and a lot of characters can punish it, but not every character can. Or some characters have trouble to get a meaningful punish off of it. So you can kind of be a little reckless with it, but if people are punishing you for it, you definitely want to be careful. But what's great is, like, on Wake Up, you throw this out, and you get a full combo. So that's the use for EX Nut Punch. Basically for reversals and for combo starters. And combo enders. Okay, Shadow Kick. So, let me just get back to the mid-screen again. Okay, so that's regular Shadow Kick. It does not go full screen. It goes about jump distance length. There is no armor on it. And it's really, really punishable in blocks, so don't just throw it out because you're going to get punished. What you use Shadow Kick for is for Shadow Kick run cancels. So if I hold down 4, it charges up. What I can do is I can dash out of that, or backdash out of that. And what that allows me to do is to cancel any of my strings into Shadow Kick, and then make myself really plus by run canceling out. So if I do Shadow Kick and then run cancel out and press something, that's kind of the whole point of A-List, is these Shadow Kick run cancels. So I can do stuff like 113 and Shadow Kick run cancel. 113 is normally really negative on block, but if I Shadow Kick run cancel, I'm at 0 or about +1 if you do it perfectly. And this is actually takes a lot of practice to do. It's not that easy, and you don't just do it with 113. You can do it with whatever string that's special move cancelable. So I can do forward 2-4 and stay really plus. You can do stand 4 into it. You can do anything, back 3-4, 3-3. So it's great. And most of these strings leave you really plus. And now I'm going to cover this in the pressure section later. So never just throw this out raw. There's barely ever a reason other than as a punishing tool, because it's pretty fast startup at 11 frames. So say if you don't have anything to punish with and you're kind of far away, you can Shadow Kick somebody on reversal. That's really it. The Eclipse Kick, the EX version, is only -4 on block. So this is your safest reversal attack. It has a hit of armor, it advances in, and it goes completely full screen. So if people are trying to zone you out, you can kind of Shadow Kick your way in if you want. Just play footsies and then throw this out. And the worst case scenario, you're -4 at about this distance, so it's really not a huge deal. The way that this gets punished is that it's a high. So if Sub-Zero doesn't want to block the Shadow Kick and he wants to punish me for it, if he ducks, whether it's normal or EX Shadow Kick, it will always whiff over his head. So good players will definitely be looking for Shadow Kicks and will be